All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Town of Amherst Historic Preservation Special Commission meeting for April 8th, 2025. Can I call the meeting to order with a roll call, please?
Mancuso, Amplement,
Present.
Swartz,
Here.
Waterman Culpa, Hershey, Kenzie, Wright.
Here.
For the town, Marinucci, no. Fidel here, Quinn. For the attorney's office,
Sebastian Diazza.
and Howard.
All right, thank you. Tonight, we have a public hearing for 46 to 58 Gettsville Road, also known as the Arthur Hedstrom Estate, pertaining to a local landmark nomination. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
Do I have a second?
Haley Wright, second.
I hear a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 6-0. All right, thank you. Welcome to the Town of Amherst special meeting for a public hearing on a local landmark nomination. I would like to go over a couple ground rules here. We have a small presentation by the petitioner in this case. It was one of our own members. So I'm going to be going through some slides, and we're also going to have the commission member read from a document that she created. After that, there could be comment by the owner or spokesperson of the owner. We did not receive any clarification or any indication, that they would offer a presentation at this meeting. We also are going to allow individual speakers from the audience 3 minutes, and they will be timed. You'll be able to come up to the podium, state your name and address, and offer your comments pertaining to this property at 46 to 58 Gettsville Road. All right. Thanks. This property is identified in the 1998, 2011, and 2017 Historic Resources Surveys and is located on the west side of Gettsville Road, roughly 528 feet north of Main Street. The Historic Preservation Commission first received a local landmark nomination application in September 2024, which was submitted by one of our own members. The application and supporting documents were reviewed and updated by the Historic Preservation Commission between regular meetings from October 2024 to February 25 until it was voted unanimously to hold a public hearing to determine if the nomination can be recommended to the town board for local designation pursuant to Chapter 121.6 of the Amherst Town Code. On March 3rd, 2025, a notice of proposed designation was filed with the town clerk, and the owners of the property were mailed a copy of the notice, the application, and supporting documents notifying them of the public hearing scheduled for April 8th, 2025. Under the following documents, this property has been deemed to be eligible for landmark designation under criterion number 2, which is identified with persons or events significant in local, state, national history, and local landmark, and criterion number 3 embodies the distinguishing characteristics of a type, period, or method of construction or design style, or is valuable example of use of indigenous materials or craftsmanship. We found the property to have a period of significance of 1904. These are some of the articles and photographs that we found during our research. We found a drawing that updated the property, and that below, so the top drawing is from 1929, I believe, and the drawing is the facade that matches below it. We've got some exterior details of the house and some more exterior details. That's it? Okay. Now I'd like to give our board member Haley Wright a moment to speak on behalf of the research she conducted and how the property meets the criteria for local designation.
Thank you. Snyderville, or now what we know as the town of Amherst, became increasingly popular, especially to those who would reside in the downtown Buffalo area. A trolley line would be installed in 1893 and would provide a connection between the city of Buffalo to the more suburban areas, including Amherst and Williamsville. The Hedstrom family were one of the original families to move into the Snyderville area. Arthur Hedstrom inherited a company from his father, Eric, in 1917. He would merge his existing company with Spalding, creating Hedstrom Spalding Company. This would be known as one of the largest and most successful coal companies in the Buffalo area. Not only was Arthur a successful businessman, but he was also a philanthropist, co-organizer, trustee of Amherst Community Church, a leader at the YMCA, along with being involved with many local surrounding organizations. The Hedstrom estate would span from Main Street, Gettsville Road, north to Sheridan Drive, and to Four Winds Way. This was equal to 200 acres. Their home was designed and constructed as a Tudor revival, craftsman architectural details, and rustic stonework, building in 1904. The architect was Frederick Lovren and Whalen, who would also worked with designing structures within various Olmsted parks. Frederick Lovren was also known for designing the Lenox Hotel. The home itself is an example of a craftsman's style which was popular from 1905 to the early 1920s. The main house also eventually was sold in 1949 to Genrich Builders, Inc., and was vowed to keep the focus of historical building intact while preserving the grounds, in-ground pool, pool house, interior, and exterior. In relation to the main house, the gatehouse, located on Main Street, was also purchased and was to be used. These were to be used as doctor offices, medical clinics, as well as apartments. Currently, the Hedstrom Gatehouse, 4230 Main Street, is locally landmarked as a designated historic property. It is also listed as eligible for state and national register nominations. The Arthur E. Hedstrom Estate House and Caretaker's Cottage has met criteria C for the expression of the Tudor revival and craftsman styles. It also meets criterion A with its association of community planning and development and social history as rare survivors of the era of large suburban estates in the town of Amherst. The gatehouse was originally located next to the Hedstroms' Four Winds Way farm. This would be located directly behind the toll gate, which was located on Main Street, and would be one of the last toll gates within the Amherst area. It is known for its unique example of rustic English-style cottage in Western New York. In 2018, it was listed as eligible within the National Register because of its architectural significance, along with its associated events in relation to the Hedstrom estate.
All right, thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge that we've found this report, Building Structure Inventory Form, completed in June of 1998 by Kathleen Howe. This document is on the New York State CRIS, the Cultural Resource Information System. So anyone can look at it. Any member of the public can look at it. It's a fantastic inventory description of the property itself, and it includes photos from, I believe, 1998, when she took them. Some are older. Yeah, I apologize. So we included this, and then I don't have it in our packet, but I would also like to acknowledge the article online written by Miss Angela Keppel. Unfortunately, I can't reference it. It's not in front of me, but it's a great article that talks about the history of the property and the family. We should somehow include it in the packet. Yeah, it's yep. Okay. Okay. So that concludes our presentation by our board. Is there a member of is there a representative of the property ownership that'd like to come up and speak? No, hearing none. I would like to now open the public speaking portion. if you could please come up to the, members of the public like to come up to the podium and give their commentary. Please give your name and address, and we'll mark your comments down.
I'm getting over a really bad cold, but I am Melinda Bright.
Hold the microphone down.
I reside at 47 Amherstdale Road, Snyder, New York, 14226. I lived in this property for over 3 years. Actually, Haley was born there. We moved back from Vermont. Yeah, I'm Haley's mom. When I moved back from Vermont in 1991, we waited for an apartment in this facility. My best friend lived upstairs, Karen Culligan, James Culligan's only daughter, and her apartment was upstairs. The downstairs was in needing of renovation, so we lived with Jason's grandmother until it was available for us to rent. Soon after that, about a year and a half after that, I became pregnant with Haley. We stayed there. I had her there. We looked for a home in the neighborhood, but it's just a beautiful estate. The outside photographs don't give it justice. The inside Rumsford fireplaces that are so large you can walk inside of were in every room. The quarter sawn floors and walls everywhere, and the hand beams are gorgeous. It's interesting to me that the brass fixtures that close the windows are the same that we hold at the Buffalo AKG. That was designed by, the architect that designed the AKG. So they must have had the same local craftsmen cast those brass lions to close the windows. They're locks that would slide and close the windows. We loved it there. There was some asbestos and some other things going on in the basement, not conducive to raising a family. So we ended up buying the house, and we've been on Amherstdale for almost 30 years now. But it's just a shame to see the property developed in any way that does not give it justice. And if you could just see the inside, your hearts would melt.
Thank you. All right, do we have anyone else that'd like to speak? Nope. Hearing none. All right, does any member of the board have any further commentary, anything to add? No? All right, should I close? Oh, go ahead, Norm. Yeah, sure.
So the gatehouse that's along Main Street is currently designated.
It's landmarked, yeah. And along with the wooded area next to it. And the street furniture, as we deem it. I think that was landmarked in 2004, if memory serves. Okay. All right, well, with that, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0. All right, thank you. We will adjourn until 7 p.m. when our regular meeting starts.
Okay.
She wanted to start now.
Start early?